Nhlanhla Nene, Amo, resigning, but we knew that the pressure was on. Any surprise that he has now gone?
Well, no surprise at all that he has now gone. We've had a lot of analysts really coming out strongly saying it seemed as though President Cyril Ramaphosa really had no choice but to accept his resignation. We know that this resignation comes in the wake of Nhlanhla Nene's testimony at an anti-graft commission, admitting that he met with members of the Gupta family who have been implicated in a corruption scandal. And of course, we know that they are friends to former President Jacob Zuma. He had said at that commission of inquiry that he met with them 6 times, and 4 times of which were at their private residence. He is also currently possibly facing a probe by the country's graft ombudsman into whether or not he was involved in approving investments secured by his son through the Public Investment Corporation, the state pension fund management company. So it all not coming as a surprise, and of course we know that he has now announced Tito Mboweni as the new finance minister.
Okay, so let me pick up on that. Tito Mboweni, let's talk about him for a moment. What do we know about him? What kind of finance minister should we expect him to be?
Well, he was very much respected when he led the South African Reserve Bank as governor. He was at the helm of the South African Reserve Bank for about a decade until 2009. His biggest achievement really at the time was building the nation's foreign exchange reserve to almost $40 billion from less than $10 billion. So it seems as though he could be a candidate that is received quite well by the markets, and we're seeing that really coming across in the rand strengthening just after this announcement that President Ramaphosa has made.
What does it mean for credit ratings for the country, Amo? If you look at COU and Go, you see that Standard & Poor's, Moody's and Fitch all have South Africa rated BB or lower.
Well, this comes at a very significant time because we know that President Ramaphosa has really come out strongly saying that this new government, which he took over in February, is going to be very hard on corruption, but also saying that the Treasury as an institution will be strengthened after, of course, having been weakened during former President Jacob Zuma's tenure. So it is likely that ratings agencies will receive this news quite well, although it does seem that the individual at the helm of the Treasury has become a little bit less significant just because that institution in itself has been strengthened since Cyril Ramaphosa took over in February.